You may find this rather disgusting, or maybe not. You know, the French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo, that was over the deadly attack by Islamists last year, people killed because Charlie Hebdo was involved in, irreverent humor about Islam. Well, today, the Italians are pissed off because Charlie Hebdo, in some cartoons in the publication, portrayed victims of an earthquake, that earthquake that killed almost 300 people. They portrayed the victims, as different types of pasta. Oh, Christ. The cartoon was titled Earthquake Italian Style. And it depicted one of the drawings here, a balding man standing and covered in blood with the caption, "Penne in tomato sauce." And then there's a badly scratched up woman next to him labeled "Penne au gratin." And finally, there's some feet sticking out between the floors of a collapsed building, blood all over the place, and that's titled lasagna. Oh, Christ. Because, I guess, Amatrice, the town that was flattened, is famous for the pasta sauce that carries its name, Amatriciana. And the town's mayor, Sergio Perazzi, who, on the morning after the earthquake, declared the town is gone, was baffled by the cartoon. According to the state news agency in Italy, ANSA, he said, "How the fuck do you draw a cartoon about the dead? I'm sure this unpleasant and embarrassing satire does not reflect French sentiment." How the fuck do you draw a cartoon about the dead? Now, the French embassy in Rome published a statement on its website and Twitter saying the cartoon, quote, absolutely does not represent France's position and is a caricature by the press, and the freely expressed opinions are those of the journalists, end quote. Now, remember, a lot of Italians, a lot of people around the planet showed solidarity with the magazine after that attack. A lot of people wrote, "Je suis Charlie Hebdo." I am Charlie Hebdo on social media. So there was a Twitter storm and a Facebook storm about this one. The current issue, because of the cartoon, was called terrible, in bad taste, disrespectful. A lot of people wrote, "I'm no longer Charlie Hebdo." How do you say I'm not Charlie Hebdo? Je suis Charlie Hebdo. I am. How do you say I am not? Huh? Je n'ai Charlie Hebdo. Thank you. If you remember, back in January 2015, there were, a dozen people were killed because the cartoon, several cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad, and of course the Islamists accused the magazine of blasphemy. Anyway, Prime Minister Matteo Renzi has not commented on this Charlie Hebdo cartoon, but other Italian politicians did. The leader of the right-wing Brothers of Italy party, it's a pro-Trump organization, I guess, Giorgia Meloni, said, "This isn't satire, it's garbage." I wish I could say that in Italian. So the magazine, Charlie Hebdo, responded to all this by publishing yet another earthquake cartoon on its Facebook page that refers to the fact that in the past, organized crime has been found to control various Italian construction companies. Oh, God. of course, the buildings that collapsed in that Armatrice were hundreds of years old. Well, I guess so is the Black Hand Society, right? Anyway, in a follow-up vignette in Charlie Hebdo, it portrays some people half buried in the rubble, and the caption reads, "Italians, it's not Charlie Hebdo who has built your homes, it's the mafia." God damn. Of course, I don't think there's any mafia. I don't know there ever has been in central Italy. Stupid. I mean, the French ought to stick with things they know, like how to insult Muslims, rather than showing severely wounded and dead Italians after an earthquake as different sorts of pasta.